Welcome back to our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. We're on, I think this is number 83, session 83. The crew is in the Valley of Mists in the land of the Karak, the city of Karak. They have just witnessed yesterday a sacrifice to Kraken, where 7 sacrificial people, sacrifices, 7 young ladies were put onto the altar of Kraken, 6 of which were taken. They then met with the High Priest Yodin, who effectively told them to skedaddle, but they didn't really feel like they wanted to leave without their stuff. So a little bit of a fight ensued. There was a whole bunch of arrows being shot, and now the party is a little bit kind of on, we'll call it house arrest. They're back in the compound that they were given as their kind of dormitories. They've given, as usual, been given food and everything. And we're going to jump forward actually to the next day, kind of midday on the 19th. But before we get too far into that, let's intro the characters. So we'll go through. You guys can tell us about your character a little bit. Crystal, go ahead.
I play Rowan Stage. She's a pincushion. Pyromancer. And she was hurt in the previous battles. So, but now she's been healed up thanks to our cleric, and she's ready to go again. Gonna rest and get her spells back. That's the Pyromancer, Rowan Siege.
Nice. Nikki, tell us about your character.
Sorry.
Do you need a minute?
My computer's fucking up.
Oh, okay. This is a G-rated podcast.
Sorry. No, my computer would not unmute me. But no. Vanessa would probably use those words to describe what has happened to the party since we last were together. Things kind of went a little bit pear-shaped. She's known as Pinesta the Bard, and usually she tries her best to work with people, even if she finds them distasteful. But at this point, she's not sure what to do, as now they've made quite a mess of things, everybody. So she's just thinking about it and thinking about how they're going to get out of this, at least stopping the Kraken, if not getting out alive. So now she's not sure they can do both. So that's Pinesta the Bard.
Excellent. Mike, tell us about your character.
Unmuting helps. I'm playing Helena Sulfadoris, who is the wonderful Amazonian war priestess of Aurorus, who is currently a little punchy from exhaustion from yesterday. And is thankful for a good night. She is going through her meditations and trying to refocus, and is trying to determine a path, however winding it might be. Part of her is excited about this because this is a bit chaotic. And so it's making her feel a little bit more alive. And she knows that Aurorus will speak to her in this chaos. So this is actually something that's bringing her more to life than something straightforward and cut. She is feeling probably more relaxed into this situation than others. And she's much more at ease to see how this will all unfold. And that's Helene, or Helena.
Excellent. And rounding out the group, we've got Rush, tell us about your character.
So I am playing Revna Kavaldheim, a Viking rogue and wielder of the arcane. She's a what some would call a legerdemainist, and she has come back after an absence to try and help her friends in this dangerous undertaking. Now she's conflicted. Part of her wishes she had never come back because she's pretty sure that this very well could mean her doom. However, she is Viking after all, and there is a certain thirst and yearning for the halls of Valhalla. And so she has resigned herself to the thought that either she will walk from this place in triumphant glory and people will sing songs of her and of her friend. Perhaps even Panesta will write a song about her herself. Or she will dine in the halls next to the rest of her kin. Either one is a good end. And so she continues to assist and take on all challenges, and that is Revna Kavaldheim.
Excellent. So also with the party is Ali, a witch who had used his magics to polymorph himself into a gnat. Unfortunately, he's gone missing as of now. Where he is exactly, we do not know. Hopefully not in somebody's ear. So as mentioned, this is the 19th day of the, the 11th month of the first year. So we are in the winter of Hyperborea. Outside the Valley of Mist, most of Hyperborea is covered in ice and snow, temperatures in the negative 20s, 40s, 60s. In the valley, it is warm and spring-like with green trees everywhere and flowers, bees buzzing, birds. Though not so much in the room that you're in. It's a stone-cut room. There are windows, but they just look off onto the street where you can periodically see somewhere. Well, I mean, you've been here long enough. You can probably, if you want to take the time to look, there seems to be 2 groups of 8 fairly well-armed soldiers, all men, who are standing effectively outside the compound. Guarding? Protecting? Who's to say?
In the night before the morning, before we rest, could I cast Sorcerer's Eye to take a look around our building and see exactly how many guards there are?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you were pretty hurt, but you got healed up before you. Yeah, there's 16. 2 groups of 8.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I will relay that information to the party.
Yeah, at some point they switch, but they just get replaced with another group. If you remember, Laura had told you that all the men are part of Tibor's force, and he has hundreds of men, so he's clearly just switching them out so they stay fresh. Again, nothing's changed as far as they're bringing you hot water and wine, and food, just like they always have, but you haven't been summoned or visited by anybody but the workers, the young ladies who were helping you before. And they're all speaking only of the Hyperborean tongue, as far as you know, and they, and at least not here. So nobody could really talk to them unless you have some other means.
Hyperborean.
Yeah, I believe Holly's the only one that can speak it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they come and go, and time goes by, and it's about the middle of the day on the 19th when you hear. In the past, everybody's always knocked at the door and waited for you to open it, but the door just opens, and you see Lore, the witch woman. She's flanked by 4 of her warriors, dressed just in simple chain shirts over normal clothing, with short swords, not nearly as well armed as the men that are guarding the place. Laura herself is dressed as she always is, and she opens the door and looks in, and she says, "We must talk." Then she takes about 3 steps in and closes the door behind her, leaving the 2 warriors and the other 8 warriors outside as well. And she comes in and she says,
This is who again?
Laura.
Laura. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Laura. She says, she picks up a glass from the table and pours herself some wine, and she says, it seems as though you had some kind of an issue with Jodin and Tibur.
Well, Jodin was going to escort us out of the valley and never let us come back.
Misunderstanding.
Definitely a misunderstanding.
She kind of looks like kind of almost as if she's looking to see if anybody couldn't hear. You know, like side eyes like out towards the windows. She sees nobody standing out there, and she says somewhat low, but loud enough that you can hear her if you're standing, I'm assuming you got closer to her. She says, that means he must believe you, that you are not from the valley. That makes him even more dangerous. You were not able to take the ring?
No, we were not. Much as I wanted to, there was just too many guards.
And he was too distant.
Yeah, I couldn't get close to him.
Yes, he is wise.
Yeah.
I think Tibur might be on to us. It seemed he was awful coincidental that he would be waiting with men outside. My spies have told me he followed you and Jodin across the way into Jodin's compound and immediately had his men set up, suspecting something might happen.
Well, what are our options? Do you know?
Tibur and I have never seen eye to eye, so I don't know if he is on to us or if it's simply his dislike of me.
Oh, that is a good point, Helene. He really doesn't like you.
Yeah.
The word feisty was thrown around.
It's a bold understatement. And then she kind of claps Helene on the shoulder.
She takes a long draw from her glass of wine and she says, if we could still arrange an escape, if you could help the women of Cirque escape, tell them you wish to reach Cirque. They will lead you in that direction.
The ones in Tibur's compound.
That's right.
That place is so well fortified.
Yes.
Oh, but that is probably the best idea.
Well,
that we have
the other
at this
option
point
is for you to rush out to the west. Well, technically to the south, but to the west as the map looks. To the west, to the river. If you cross the river, certainly the little people will help you. They will believe you to be fleeing your rightful duty here. And they can bring you to Cirque. But you must stay in contact with me so we can send Tibur after you. But only once you have set a trap.
Okay. This all sounds horrible. What do you guys think? Which way? I don't know how to get into Tibor's compound, to be honest. All of us. I would only know like how to get one or two of us in with the ones of us who can do invisibility. I wouldn't know how to get everybody else in. It's really well fortified, unless we could find a secret way in, but that would include snooping around Tibor's place, and he's kind of got his hackles up about us right now.
Agreed.
Well,
unless, of course, you know.
the only way I know into Tibor's place is the front door.
Yeah, well, I've tried that, and that wasn't too successful.
You're a little bit soft, Mike.
Well, I tried that, and that wasn't too successful.
Right. Well, I do not know, but certainly Jotun will not keep you here for long. Perhaps they will send you out to the north, as this map is, but actually it's the west, to be... Yeah, I do not want to speak of it. You are certainly in trouble, though, and I don't know that I can use my influence to get you out of the city. Though I can try. I fear Tibor's men will attack us on the road if they know where we are.
Okay. All right. On the road. Well, we can.
So you're suggesting that we should just leave by ourselves?
Well, they will not just let you leave, but if she looks over at Ronsiech, if possibly a wise woman had a means to distract.
Yes. Perhaps.
So we could cause a distraction. I think that's a good idea, actually. If you're willing, Rowan Seach, I know you are recovering.
I'm willing. I mean, after Helene helped me out, I'm feeling back to normal. Hold on, let me just pull this other arrow out. Ouch!
Right. What can you do? And I mean, I know what you can do, but what do you think would be best?
Let me see here. She gets out her book and starts flipping through things. How far away is the nearest building?
You are standing in a building.
Hmm?
You mean outside this building?
Yes, outside this building.
Oh, you're looking at a city. They're all pretty close together.
Okay. I could do produce bonfire up to 30 feet away. I could set a place on fire.
If you set a place on fire, Laura, how fast do you think people can respond to that? How much time do you think that would give us?
I do not want my people to be hurt. Can you not ensorcel Tibor's men and make them dance around drunkenly, or?
Well, I might be able to. Maybe. I'm very skilled at playing my instruments, and sometimes I can suggest that people do things they wouldn't otherwise.
I see.
If they'll let me play for them, though, and I don't know how much they trust me right now.
Well, let us find out. And she says, I will have my women take your armor and things. They are locked away, and I'll meet you on the outside the walls. And she kind of like on the table. She takes some wine. She kind of pours it out, and then she like uses her finger to kind of like trace. You can see like a dark line form as it kind of stains the table a little bit. She kind of draws a root. She says, "There is a small sally port, that you can make your way out of. It should not be too heavily guarded, but you'll need to move quickly. And I would wait until the night falls.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
come back under the guise of wanting to hear your music with several women so they can carry your gear."
Okay. Okay. Is everybody okay with this?
Like a good beginning, Benny.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, she nods. She turns and walks out.
Okay. Well, I haven't done this in a while, I say to everybody, but I'm going to try to do the mesmerize with my music.
It's like riding a bike, darling.
That's right.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to prepare or anything ready? Like I said, your stuff's locked in that room. Well, you imagine. You put it in that room before, the room is locked. So you don't really have access. I'll say that somehow your instrument wasn't in there because that'd be a mess. Or maybe she'll bring something. She claims that she's going to be able to bring it out for you.
That's what she claims. I like how you say it like that. She claims. Okay.
She says she'll bring it out for you.
Okay.
That doesn't work. We'll burn the town down.
That is always the last resort.
I mean, you could try, but 12 archers did a whole lot.
Yeah.
and you know that there's well over 1,000 in the city.
I think the best way to do is to try to get Tibor's men to drink and dance, and then we go for it. I guess that's the plan. Everyone sees you can be ready to
what?
do a distraction, or I guess, what do you...
Yeah, I'll be ready with my spells if it comes to that.
Talene, you'd be ready to try to bring one of us back. Just in case.
Just in case.
Okay.
I plan on running first, but you want me to be the last one out? Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have to be the first one out, right? So, well, actually, I had to be the last one out because I'm gonna be playing for them.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm just trying to remind myself what mesmerize does here.
Yeah, you basically know from the little map that was drawn that you're gonna have to probably travel maybe like 10 minutes through the city to get to where the Sally Port is. Once you get past the guards, or however you gotta bring them with you, or I don't know how you're gonna do it, but whatever your plan is, you're gonna have to get to about a 10-minute trip through the city. So maybe shorter if you're running, but of course running will make it right. Well, not that you're not drawing attention anyways. Okay. Victims, mines, imprinted.
I gotta find
Sorcery save.
Yeah, and the suggestion, I'm just looking up the spell.
Okay.
I'm trying to think about what I would like to suggest to them. No, why is it doing that? Don't do that.
Oh, interesting. 1 turn per level. What are you, 7th level?
8th.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's like almost an hour and a half.
All right, so if I suggest that they should drink and have a good time, or drink and be merry and ignore what's going around them. Going on around them. Hopefully that'll at least get us out of the Sally Port. I'm gonna try to weave it into the song somehow, you know, not just gonna like mesmerize them and then say, all right, do this. I'll be like, you know, drinking is better than fighting. That kind of thing. Wouldn't you rather dance? So
I figured
Like
the
a
dancing
total
finally
Disney
happens
song.
and Young's not here.
yeah, Ali could have done a mesmerizing dance. I love how we're all women and he's the one who does the mesmerizing dances.
No, he's very good at it. All right, so you prepare yourselves, and evening falls, and then you hear a little bit of some voices outside, and you look out and you see that Laura's out there with about 8 women.
Okay.
They are they all have kind of they're not dressed for fighting or anything, but they all have like long cloaks on. And she comes to the door just like she did before, opens up, comes in by herself. And she says, I brought the women to dance with the men to get it going, but then I'll have them remove their cloaks and you can use them for cover.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, she's there. I mean, the men are, whatever, they're soldiers, but they're still, everybody likes a little bit of song and dance. And, nothing's, surprisingly, there's not much tension here. You get the feeling that they feel like they have you. I mean, what are you going to do? So, fortunately for you, they don't really know what you can do at this point.
Yeah.
So, so you can go ahead and do it. So basically, you just have to, you're going to do a song, you're going to sing.
Yeah, I kind of just kind of did it. Drinking is better than fighting.
Yeah. Well,
Wouldn't
you don't have to actually sing. Okay,
yeah,
so
no.
then they're going to get a saving throw. Okay. So there's 16 of them. You want me to roll once? Or you want me to roll all 16 times?
Oh God. You know what? I gotta do it individual. I gotta do it at least individual or in group, so we can have a chance of getting somebody. Because if you do it all at once and they succeed, we're in an awful lot of trouble. So
It's always the worst pick.
I mean,
have to make.
there's always backup plans.
Yeah. We're on Plan B, and as soon as we know what Plan B is, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that in the case of this thing, I don't think they would necessarily know what you're doing.
yeah. All right.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it seems like they're, as far as you can tell, they're all pretty much good to go. They're singing and dancing with the women and stuff.
Nice, good.
There's one or two that seem a little bit less enamored with the idea. They're still kind of like, they're standing up straight or whatever on their guard duty, and the women keep dancing by them, and they're kind of like looking, but they're not like fully getting into it. Like some of them are like, tearing off their armor and dancing around and rubbing peanut butter on them and stuff. So you guess.
Well,
there's a few ones in there. So some people are really into it. Some people, and you're actually building a bit of a crowd beyond the warriors. You're actually getting a little bit of like a party going on.
Nice. Okay, so we get the cloaks, right?
Yeah. Little by little, the women kind of like remove their cloaks so that they're available for you to snag up. At this point, they're mesmerized. Yep.
Were we able to get our stuff?
Nope. Your stuff is locked up as far as you know. Laura said she's going to bring it.
Yeah, Laura said she would bring it. I didn't feel like we had a whole lot of choice but to trust her at this point.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to at least keep my 2 daggers that I always keep with me.
Yeah, you had them with you earlier. They didn't take anything from you. They just didn't
Oh,
allow you to
okay.
get the rest of the stuff. So whatever you had
Right,
when
yeah.
you went to the
Right.
the sacrifice, I think everybody had
Gotcha.
like some basic stuff. But no, people aren't all strapped out in armor and various potions hanging off them and flying carpets and the like. You wouldn't be carrying all that stuff with you. Brooms. Although Ali's broom's probably in the room with the with the rest of the gear, being very lonely. Unfortunately, Ali's familiar is a bird, and he turned into a gnat, and the bird ate him. A fitting end for a witch.
Oh, jeez. Guess he rolled a nat 1.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh, rocks fell on Vanessa. Sorry.
Oh.
So, all right. So they are mesmerized, which means that they will, for the most part, that you've got them. They're effectively not going to be doing much. They're dancing around. They're mechanically they're stunned. So if you attack them, you get a bunch of bonuses, of course, and they come out of it. If you want to do the suggestion, I'll roll that as a separate. Obviously, that's a separate saving throw. It looks like, right? Yep.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
If they're good, I think we should go. I don't know if I should try to do.
Well, as soon as you stop playing, they will no longer be mesmerized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll do this.
I mean, you could do that. You could actually, if you just want to stay and set everybody else ahead, you could definitely do that and then make a run for it yourself. That is up to you. But you'll have to keep playing if you want them to stay mesmerized.
Okay.
But if you make a suggestion, that lasts as long as the spell lasts. So then you can stop playing, obviously. But that's how I read it anyways.
That's what I was thinking that I could do. So what? Yeah, let's do the suggestion.
Okay.
Will be to just, continue, quaff and be merry.
Oh, okay.
That one guy really likes drinking and dancing. He rolled a 1.
Right.
That's the guy that's smothering peanut butter on himself.
Exactly. So, all right, yeah. So you do that, and then you start moving out. Now I'm just going to see if they notice. Well, they're going to notice you stop playing music. That's for damn sure. Let's see. I'm going to do this. 56. Because there are now effectively 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them that are not mesmerized. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you start moving out, and one of the guys says, "Hey, you're not allowed to leave." Because clearly he knows who Pinesta is. The rest of you maybe you could be sneaking away, but you're just finished playing the thing. Yeah.
I'll say, you really like my music that much? Okay, and I'll just be like, go. I can get out, and I'll continue to play.
Okay. All right, so let's do this. Who, Rowan Siege, do you have any kind of a hide or sneak ability?
Do not.
Okay, just roll a d6 then.
I'm on 1.
Okay.
Of course.
Right, how about Helene doesn't have any kind of hide or sneak either, right? You can also roll a d6. Fantastic. And you do Rebna, so you don't even have to roll. You go automatically can sneak. It's such a mayhem, you don't even have to use your skill. So yeah, Rebna, you're off following the path, and you look back, and you can see that Helene and Rowan Siege, like their cloaks are half or whatever they're doing. They're bumping into people. Helene took her hood off. Whatever's happened, but you see that there are 3 of these guards that are following you.
That's not good.
Yeah. They don't see you, but you can see that they're following the other 2, trying to be discreet, but none of them are nearly as discreet as you. You moved up and stopped in a shadow, look back, and you can clearly see your friends not being as sneaky as they think they are, and there's 3 guards following them.
Do I have...
And of course, you stopped playing the instrument when you tried to leave, so the actual mesmerization is over. Can you do it more than once? No, once per day, right?
Nope. Yep.
Okay, so I mean, you're still playing music and people were into it, so there's a chance they're still doing that, but nobody there is mesmerized anymore, except for the people who were originally. Sorry, The people that failed their saving throw versus the suggestion are still party and hardy. And you see that there's quite a few that are doing that. So,
right.
Yeah.
We still have a chance of getting...
But a handful of them have not. And some have broken off, you've noticed, and your friends have taken off as well. But there's a few that are like watching you.
Yeah, I need to just keep playing for now, I think. And hopefully they can evade their pursuit, people who are following them.
Okay.
I don't see how me stopping and running out would help. So
okay. Okay, so that's what you see, Reb. You see that's definitely three soldiers following Rowan Siege and Helene, and they don't seem aware of it yet.
They don't seem aware of...
Rowan Siege and Helene do not seem aware that they're being followed.
How far behind are they from Rowan Siege and Helene?
Like half a block. They're trying to lay low because they're trying to watch. They're clearly following and not trying to stop them.
Okay.
At this point.
So I'm going to wait until Helene and Rowan Siege get right about even with me. And then I'm going to cast darkness on the group that's following them. So they'll be shrouded in darkness.
Oh, nice.
The plan is to cast darkness on there and then move out in the street, grab the two of them and say, "You're being followed. We need to go right now." Kind of a thing.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Yeah, that 100% works. You hear them go, oh, and you can see their little confusion, and you hear some people kind of like moving around. And again, magic is very rare here, so they see this blob of darkness, but it is nighttime, so it's not like super obvious. So it's causing a bit of a scene, which works perfectly for you. You're able to, all three of you are able to pull away. No problem, and get off the street basically.
Okay.
And towards where you're going.
Yep. I grab the two of them. Just tell them, say, you guys have been followed. I put them in darkness, but we got to go right now before they figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Well done. So you guys can continue moving. It's been like 5 minutes, Vanessa. The guys who left to follow your friends haven't come back yet. But then you hear a bit of a commotion. And the people who didn't seem to be partying so much at this moment look at you and they say, you're all going to have to get back into your rooms, into the room. There's something going on. And then they look around and they realize everybody's gone. And they draw their swords.
Okay.
And they say, back into the compound. We need to know where your friends went.
Well, how would I know?
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know where they went. I've been playing.
Well, no, of course. But back inside, we have to find out. And one of the guys calls over. He says, get Tibor. And you've got 6 guys roughly around you. One just right off, so 5 guys.
Okay.
That seem involved. Other people have still following. Some people are continuing to drink because they failed saving throw for the suggestion spell, so they are not getting organized. But there's 5 people that are, that are kind of like, a couple of them drew their swords when the commotion started. They're not like necessarily pointing them at you, but they have them out. A couple of them have their hilts on them, and then the guy looks at you again. And he says, "Go back into the compound. We're going to lock you in there."
Okay, I'm going to start heading back towards the door. Okay, tell me exactly how this is set up. Like, I'm outside, right?
Yeah, you came out, this is like a wide street, like a double wide street. It's probably like 25 to 30 feet across. So it's kind of like a pretty wide area. Across from the compound, there's basically nothing. It's kind of like the wall. It's right at the edge of the city. So there were some men up on the wall, but they aren't, that are standing up there on patrol. Those are your archers. They're not particularly worried about you at this moment, as far as you can tell. But down where you are, you've got like the compound behind you, maybe 10, 15 feet behind you. And then on either side of you, you've got buildings as well. And it's basically a street. So you've got, 100 yards straight. There's some alleys and stuff, but.
Okay, so I have room to maneuver. Is what I'm.
Oh yeah, you're in a fairly large area. Yep.
Okay. I was making sure that I didn't misunderstand. I wasn't like in a room in front of another room that I would have to.
No. You are in a kind of we'll call it imagine like a double wide street.
I'll say, I don't know where my friends could have gone. I'll get back in the compound, but okay. But wait a second. I think that there they are at a point, and if some of them turn around, I'm going to go invisible right then and run.
Hold on.
I
You're
mean,
gonna
I
do the
got nothing
classic
else.
I think they're behind you move?
Yep. These
Hey.
guys don't know anybody from outside. They've
That's
never
true.
seen
For
that
them, this might be the
before.
first time they've ever seen that done. There's a good chance of that. I mean, you are a. I mean, to get somebody to actually do that is a pretty challenging thing because I mean, it's there are trained guards. However, you are a bard and all that. So roll a d6,
Okay.
and I'll give you a 4 and 6 chance.
Oh please, oh please, oh please. 3.
3. Yeah. So they turn. Yeah.
So invisibility, and I'm gonna run the way I think my friends would have gone.
Okay. Yeah. You run off, and there's a lot of people dancing, and it's night, and this thing's going on. So even though you're probably like making sound as you're running, in the
Well, yeah, I was
streets,
just say I'm not
because
gonna
you're
run like super fast to where I'm gonna go really fast, and walk.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
power
nearly
walk.
noisy enough. I'm saying you don't have to worry about like being sneaky
Okay.
because it's pretty noisy here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's fine. So you run towards the area or move quickly through the area. You do see that there's a bit of a commotion going on. There's a big blob of darkness in the air as you run past. Cutting back to the rest of the group, you guys follow the path that was explained to you by Lore, and you come to what is a kind of a small. It's maybe like 4 foot wide by 6 foot tall gate, effectively in the wall. There is a guard on either side of them. They are women. They are in armor. They have spears. They're just guarding the door at this point. And that would be everybody but Pernesta is there.
Okay, I mean, I say we wait on Panesta.
Wait on Panesta.
Okay, you're gonna wait there.
No.
Yeah. Make up your
Maybe
mind.
I'm misunderstanding the situation.
They can wait on Panesta. They can let us through, and then they can wait on Panesta.
Yeah, but aren't
They're
we
not going to
supposed?
raise suspicion. We'll raise suspicion.
I mean, I thought we were out of the city now.
No, you're at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They can let us through the wall.
Yeah.
And then we'll wait for them on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do.
They could wait for Panesta.
The guards.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just going to approach them
Yes.
boldly.
Boldly.
If they're going to do that, I don't want to leave Panesta inside the wall by herself to have to deal with this. So I'm going to step into the shadows and try to make myself disappear.
Okay, just the regular hide check.
Yeah.
Okay, roll a d12.
Oops. Come on, man. Find the thing.
Okay, what are you, 6th level, 7th level?
7th, I think.
Okay. Well, that will matter. Is your dexterity 15 or better?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, then even if you were 6th level, you made it. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of fade into the shadows as you see Helene and Rowan Seach approach the gate. The 2 women at the gate kind of just look up at you. And they say, they squint for a second and they see, obviously you are not from here. And they say something in Hyperborean. And you see their hands tighten a little bit on their spears.
Oh.
I'm going to speak in Hellenic.
Okay.
To see if they'll understand it.
Okay.
Speak the spidery words of fireball.
What do you guys say?
I'm gonna
You're just gonna say, parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous Hellenic?
I'm just gonna say, oh, we were just on our way out. Is there a problem?
Oh, okay. The one of them seems to understand you a bit, and she says, she kind of squints at you, and she says, on whose authority?
On the authority of, and I'm going to name, gosh, I know his name. Don't tell me. Trebor.
Interesting. Okay, they lower their spears at you, and they say, we're taking you into custody. If you make any moves, I will run you through.
Oh,
Raise your
damn.
hands above your head.
That was the wrong name.
Like,
You met
she's looking
Lore.
at you,
You
she
met
layers.
Lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we try Lore?
Oh my God.
You could try lore.
He meant to
I
say
think-
Lore.
Ooh, I'll give you a -2 on that check, but okay. Yeah, she's not having it. She's like, that's fine. We'll go see Lore when you get back to your compound, and Tiber.
Oh, we're gonna go see both of them. Well,
You're going to go
that's
back to
not.
the compound, and then they'll go see you.
Well, who's going to be guarding the gate?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
And she says, she whistles, and then she kind of goes like this, and she looks up, and you see
She goes
6
to
archers
whistle. No.
kind of run towards, and they stand over the top, and they look down, and then she says something to him in Hyperborean. She doesn't look up; she just kind of says it straight ahead, but clearly to them. And you see 3 of the archers turn to face outwards, and 3 stay facing inwards towards you. And then she says, "Let's go back to the compound."
You're right. Let's go back to the compound.
Raises your hands above your head. If you open your
Oh,
Your
but
mouth
it's
to
just
speak
a
a
long
language.
walk. It's a long walk. Can I just keep them off to the side? Above the head is so tiring. Just off to the side.
she speaks something in Hyperborean, and you see the archers on the roof draw their bow. Draw their bows.
Okay. I go
Put your
up.
hands above your head. I'm going to put my hands above my head.
Yeah, and she says, I recognize you as a witch.
Me?
No, not you. If you speak a language I do not understand, my spear will find your heart quicker than you can finish the sentence. And you feel a spear touch your back, Rowan Siege.
I believe you.
Yeah. So as this is just going down, like you see these 2 women step up speaking Hellenic. Of course, you don't speak Hellenic, Vanessa. So you come around the corner and you see 2 women with spears, poked at your friends. You don't see Revna, who is hiding very successfully, but you do probably see the situation. You see there's 3 archers that are aimed down. You see 2 women with spears pointing at your friends, who have now raised their hands up and are turning to, I guess, head back towards the compound.
Is
So-
what I think. I don't actually sigh audibly, but I do. Yeah, okay. I don't see Revna, you say, or
I never know, represented.
Revna's hiding.
Yeah, but do I
I'm
see
invisible.
her?
No,
She's
I'm
invisible.
Oh, shit.
I feel like we need the ye old yakety sax bard song right now.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see what I got. Yeah.
Reverend,
I don't want them to
well,
have to go
Vanessa's
back to
figuring
the.
out what to do.
I don't want them to have to go back to the compound.
Yeah. Ravnus literally sitting there waiting for Panesta to start coming down the street so she can try and stop her.
Oh God.
This is so us.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna have to do? All right. I'm gonna have to become visible to do it, but I'm gonna try to step off into like I like see where they are. Can I get like in an alley or sort of a place where they can't see me, but I can see them?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to have to become invisible or visible because I'm going to cast Summon Animal 1 and try to distract them by summoning like wolves in their midst all of a sudden out of nowhere, really angry wolves or something like that I've taken away from their meal. So they're really mad, and I can just be like, hey guys, there's a meal for you, and they'll kill them. Or not kill them, but attack them.
I see.
I don't necessarily want them to die. I want them to distract them.
Let's take a look at this.
Well, I can't. I can only do so much.
Upon later, one or more beasts, the sorcerer must specify the animal type which to summon. Brown bear, mountain lions, 4 wolves are conjured to the location within the spell's range. Okay, rudely they're conjured.
Yeah, like I said, so they're going to be
charge
mad.
The animals with a simple one-sentence test. And will hear, understand, and able to obey. Test would be to fight. Okay, yeah, that pretty much.
If I can get them to fight, we can figure, maybe you'll remember no, none of you can remember the crabs because none of you were there.
What? I was there.
Oh, that's right, you were. That's right, you were because I was saving you. Oh God. All right.
Okay, so you're gonna so these women are basically you're gonna summon 4, right?
I think I'm gonna do 4 wolves. I think that's are there wolves around? I mean, whatever animal is common around here.
Well, you know there's wolves because you saw them.
And 4 wolves. Yep.
Yeah.
Right, kind of. I mean, I guess they could be. And I'll just yell fight. I think they said I could command them to fight.
Sure. You're just gonna yell fight.
No, I look at simple 1-sentence task. Okay. So I'm gonna say.
Keeping in mind the wolves don't know anybody, so you need to tell them what
I know,
to do.
but hopefully people will realize it's a distraction that wolves don't normally just appear out of nowhere, even in the Valley of Mists. So.
Okay. So you want them to fight with each other?
You could say 8 man.
But I'm just afraid they'll go after Rowan Seach and Helene.
Oh yeah. Well.
Since they're all women here.
Right, they're looking around.
Oh, no, they don't. Wolves are colorblind, so I can't even say fight the redheads. Okay. I'm gonna say.
It's awesome that you thought of that, though.
I'm just gonna say fight. Yeah, I'm gonna say fight each other, and hopefully wolves all of a sudden appearing and starting to attack each other will distract them a little bit, and hopefully Helene and Rowan Seach can do something with that.
Okay, I mean that sounds pretty epic. All right, so these all of a sudden these wolves appear. Now where are you dropping them? Between the spear women and there's not a whole lot of space there, or are you dropping it like behind the spear women, just next to?
I was picturing them just making a big cluster inside the group, and just it's a chaos.
Intermixed with everybody. Okay,
yes,
and having
a chaos bubble of wolves, I call it.
All right, chaos bubble of wolves, 4th level druid spell. Okay, well,
woohoo!
You do that.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, it's good. You're not. So you boom! All of a sudden, you hear Helene and Rowan Seach. You hear Prenessa's voice as these wolves appear, and she yells, "Fight!" There's a chaos here. I'm going to say that there's only a 1 in 6 chance that the guards are even going to know that yelling came from you because there's just so much going on. Okay, I rolled 2. So no. So that doesn't seem like they know. I mean, you're visible now, obviously, but I mean, you're in an alley down the street. So you're good. Revenue, you're still hidden.
Am I able?
Here. Yeah,
sorry.
Good. Yeah,
I was going to say, well, when she casts the spell, that does not make her visible, correct?
No,
I think that would.
That would, because I didn't use improved invisibility, so it would.
Okay.
Because I think technically it's an attack.
Yeah. In that case, I would call that where you're being aggressive. Yes, exactly.
So since I am actively searching for her and I hear the voice, am I able to figure out where she's at?
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as that happens, then I want to hightail it over to where she is so that we're not separated and that she also knows that I'm there.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely do that. Okay, so boom, between you guys, I'm gonna just go. We're basically gonna go into effectively a quick initiative here. Ronseach, you wolves have appeared in your midst, and you hear Penesta's voice yell, "Fight!" and the wolves start to make a thing. What's your plan? What would you like to do? These people still have their spears there so far, and nobody's moved yet.
And there are still archers aiming at us, right?
And so, yeah, nobody's moved yet. This has literally just happened. So it's kind of like first round of mayhem, chaos bubble.
I'm going to wait.
Mm-hmm. How about Helene?
I smile broadly.
Okay. All right. So, what is the reaction of these women?
And I will turn around and look at the women.
Oh, I see. Nice. Bold. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So, yeah, they kind of step back, and you see them. They're kind of like looking down at the wolves, looking up at you. Up on the wall. I'm gonna roll a separate reaction for them because they're not in the midst of the wolves. Yeah, they are also seemed confused. The archers have not loosed. Everybody's just kind of like, what the hell's going on? There's like this moment of just these wolves like screaming and fighting and gnarling at each other. Revna runs up to you, Penesta, in the street. And let's see. Yeah, so far the first round, nobody did anything. So,
Okay.
round two. What? No, round two. What do you want to do, round siege? They're not quite dropping their spears against you, but they're not quite holding them against you anymore either. They're kind of like they're uncertain as to what to do because they don't necessarily seem frightened of the wolves, but they almost seem wary of them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they might think they're lures.
I'm gonna say, see, you've pissed Laura off. We tried to tell you. I'm gonna say that in Hellenic.
Okay. So you're just gonna stand there. I mean, you don't know the wolves came from Penesta. Just keep that in mind.
I know.
Like, okay.
I know.
Okay. What's your plan, Penesta?
Well, this was supposed to be my idea for a distraction, so we could get out of there. So I hope Rowan Seach and Helene will take the opportunity. I'm going to try to get out before the archers notice, and kind of try to.
How
get
are you
out.
going to get out? You're going to scale the wall. The gate is still closed.
That's right. Gate's still closed.
Yeah. They're standing pretty close to the gate. I mean, they didn't get very far before you did this, so they're only like maybe 15 feet from the gate. I mean, you certainly could scale the wall. It's not particularly tall, but there are archers standing on the wall.
There are archers
on the wall. Though they are also
yeah.
more or less distracted right this second.
Does the gate look like I could open it? Does it have a?
It has a bar across it.
The bar across it. Okay.
It's 100% in plain view, though. I mean, it would be impossible to approach the gate without somebody seeing you.
Well, at this point in my turn, I could probably get to the gate in one round, right? Or one.
Oh yeah. You want to run over there?
Yeah, I do. I want to get there, and then I can see what's going on.
Okay.
And if I'm right up by the gate, well, I want to try to open the gate. We need to get out. At this point, we need to get out. So.
Okay, it's just not going to be sneaky. I mean, you realize that, right?
No, I know that, but
okay. All right. You're just going
sneakiness is that ship has sailed. So.
Fair enough. Okay, Revna, what's your plan? I totally skipped Helene. Sorry, I'll go back to you. What's your plan? Do you see Penesta start to move?
I'm just gonna go with her because I see Revna would see it being foolhardy to be separating everybody all over the place. If Penesta gets engaged, it would be better if she was there and vice versa. So, and us being split up is all what caused this mess. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you both run towards you're going to run towards the death. What about Helene? Ron Siege seems to believe the wolves are not going to harm her. She's standing there.
I'm going to lightly put my hand on one of the spears. And with my other hand, I'm going to reach it out and I'm going to command die to
wow.
one of the spears.
Wow. Okay.
Well, he's not playing.
All right, so let's reaction again for this round. Okay. Perfect. That was a good time to do that, actually. Go ahead and roll initiative, Mike. A d6 for your side. They got a 4. Because their new reaction for this round is double 1s rather. They're about to stab you through with a spear, so I hope you get initiative. 82. Okay.
5.
All right. So movement happens first. Right? Well, that happens first, rather. So that's you. No, you're a spell because they go after you. Missile. Nobody's doing a missile. Actually, they are. They're shooting arrows down, but they're not going to shoot you in the. Actually, okay, they are. Oh, actually, I have to roll. Hold on. No, sorry. That was the reaction for the people on the ground. Let me roll the reaction for the people up on the. 5 is negative inclination. Okay, so they're going to shoot, but they're not going to wait till the second phase. So they won't shoot right away. So then we do magic, which is, it's you anyway. So it's you. Command die. Did I get a save for that?
Let me check.
I'm guessing they probably do. I'm just going to roll while you check, 'cause it might be low anyways. It won't matter. Oh, actually, I guess it will matter if the.
Don't they have to understand the language?
She speaks
For command?
Hellenic.
She speaks Hellenic.
Oh,
But I believe you're right. They do.
World. Yeah. Do. Falls down. The target of the spell with a single word command. The victim is compelled to obey. If it is at above intelligence or 6 or more hit dice, they get a sorcery save.
Okay. Nope. They're average intelligence and they're 0 hit dice, so they get no save. So one of them, the one that you were talking to, the one that speaks Hellenic, crumbles to the ground. Okay. Then movement happens. Panesta and Revna are running for the door at that point, and then we go to the enemy's side, and then we'll go into phase 2. Okay, so the one's going to stab. Guess you're about to get stabbed, Rowan Siege. Sorry. Once again, Rowan Siege gets stabbed, but only by one person with a spear.
I'm AC 0, so.
Yeah, that's true. Because you have like magical clothes.
Yeah. I have a magical ring and a scarab.
Oh my god. Oh, you can't see my rolls because I have it on GM roll. I rolled 20.
Oh.
Which
okay.
I think automatically hits anyways, but I think it would hit no matter what. Wow, roll 20 has been rolling a lot of 20s today. Let me just check that. That's why my sure it actually hits. I think it would. Yeah, it exactly hits armor class 0. All right, so you feel a long spear go into your chest, effectively.
Thanks, Helene.
Spear along.
I think you're going to get stabbed one way or the other.
Somebody was going to get stabbed. It might as well not be Helene. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, she just sticks you with the spear. Luckily, you were casting spell or anything, so you didn't lose anything. Phase 2. Now missile fire is going to happen. Nobody on your side is doing missiles. The 2 of you that are moving are continuing their moving. Did you want to move or something? You can't cast a spell now, obviously, Round Siege, but did you want to do something in the second phase? Since you've now been stabbed.
I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say, bad move, and then I'm going to cast a spell.
Next round.
Yep.
Yep, okay. All right. Okay. The archers are loosing. These are
There's
just
a chance they
archers.
could hit the wolves, though, right?
There is a chance, right? Everybody is a target here, including you and Revna, because you're all running towards things. They don't really know who to shoot except for their own people, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 4
right. I'm just
wolves,
hoping the
so
wolves will give them at least a little bit of a chance to miss.
Right, it's giving you a 50. Yeah, I mean, it's basically a 50-50 chance they're going to target a wolf. Okay, so first archer is going after a wolf. Second archer is going after 1, 2, 3, Helene. Third archer is going after a wolf. Okay, so against the wolf, that misses. Against Helene, well, yeah, that's going to even if you have no armor. Wow, I just rolled 3 10s in a row. What's the chances of that? 10 don't hit nothing.
Need so, Young here to let us know.
Arrows just into the ground, missing everybody. And that's the end of that round. Of course, now the archers on the other side of the gate have come around. So now there's 6 archers facing you. As we come into the next round, Podesta and Revna are at the gate lifting the bolt. There's one spearman standing in front of Rowan-Siege with the spear, about to stab her again, or try to anyways. And there's one spearman on the ground, dead, right? And the wolves are fighting each other, and no arrows, if anything. So what's everybody's plan? Rowan-Siege. Spell? Or is she?
Spell. Spell, yeah.
All right. Podesta, you're at the gate.
Can we, if I look at the bar, do you think do I think Revna and I could get it up?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. I look at Revna and I say, I think we should just do this. What do you think?
Climb to the top. You mean climb up climb up on the wall?
No. I want to just pull this bar. We're going to pull the bar, I think, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to open the gate. Okay.
While Revna's sitting there with her hands out to each side, like trying to ask clarifying questions.
Exactly.
Vanessa just yanks the bar and she's like, oh.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Helene, you have a crumbled person in front of you, wolves fighting each other, and one guardsman plus some spearmen. And also the gate is being opened.
I'm field stripping this guard and stabbing her.
Okay, you're gonna pick up the spear and stab her with it? Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's
right through the neck.
all right. You can definitely do that. That is I mean, it's really instant kill or whatever. She's fine, she's out of it. But it'll take you, we'll say it'll happen in second phase because you like get the spear and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Ravna? Besides asking questions of Ernesto, what's your plan?
Revna's not even sure what that bar's going to do.
It's closing the gate.
It's closing the gate.
Yeah, you got a gate bar, so people can't get in.
Okay, and so, oh yeah, gotcha. And so we don't have any of our other items at all. So I don't have like my
correct.
crossbow or nothing.
That is
Nothing.
correct. You have nothing.
Son of a biscuit. Well, I can't shoot nobody to help. Let me see if I got a. No, none of my spells are. Darkness would have been the only one, but I've already used it.
Okay, so you just want to go through the gate once it's opened?
I'm just going to stick with Podesta, yeah, because I don't know what else to do.
Sometimes the best thing to do is just to go with Podesta or not. All right, so initiative, Mike.
Yes, definitely an or not.
They got a 1, so that's going to be good for you. All right,
5.
there you go. All right, so melee happens first, but you're going to go second phase because you got to pick up the weapon first. Missiles, you have no missiles. Magic, okay, go ahead with your spell. Rowan-Siege, what you doing?
Yeah, so she says bad move, and then she casts Fire Web.
Okay. And she gets a save on that, right?
Yeah, sorcery save, and she gets the dex mod if applicable.
Yeah, no, average dex. She fails.
So she will take 3d4 damage. 5 damage.
Okay. And she's entangled, right? 'Cause she failed her save.
Yes.
Yeah.
She falls prone.
Yep, she falls prone with this fire web on her, screaming and Hyperborean. And you hear the people running. Okay. Movement, the gate opens, then it comes to the other side. They're gonna go. They got no melee because the person's down, but they do have missiles. So again, having seen you shoot a spell, although you have the best armor class, so it's probably fine that they're aiming at you. Rowan, since you are targeted by 3 arrows. Let's see, that one might hit, that misses, and that no, because they need a 20 to hit you actually. 3 arrows plugged into the ground, or they're like your magical protection causes them to miss you. They're
Nice.
Good shots, but they just go around you. Helene picks up the spear, stabs the woman through the chest or through the throat, and kills her. the other woman's screaming. But as she's being burnt, you can hear the footsteps of more soldiers come running. And that's the end of that round. The gate's open, and you moved through. I guess I'm assuming you want to move through, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, not you, but not you, Roadsiege. Vanessa and Revnu are at the gate. You guys are still like 15 feet away from
Yeah,
it.
we got to get out. I've done what I can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you open the gate, you run through, and it's just like the wall's pretty thick. It's like, like 8 foot thick. So you like run forward 8 feet, and you see there's another gate with the same kind of bar, and you open it up. I mean, that's fine. It's easy enough to do. And you fling it open. You run out into the what is effectively fields. It is half moon, so it's not super bright. And the archers seem somewhat distracted on the inside of the wall, so you don't immediately get pelted with arrows as you and Revna run off into the fields.
Well, that's good.
As we come into the next round, Roadsiege, Helene, you just saw your friends run through the gate. There are currently only the archers, 6 of them now, raining down arrows upon you. You hear more soldiers running up the causeway, and of course the wolves are still there. What is your plan, Roadsiege?
I'm going to say in common to Helene, run, and I'm going to take off.
Okay. Helene, what is your plan?
I say back to her in Hellenic, okay.
Okay. You you run through. Oh, well, let me just roll initiative, see if they're getting arrow shots off at you. Roll initiative, Mike. Oh, they got a 1 again. So you're going to get through before they shoot the arrows. Unless you roll a 1, I suppose. And have terrible decks. But okay. Yeah, so you run through the gate up into the somewhat misty half moon night. You hear sounds of people reorganizing the archers on the wall. You hear torches being lit up there so they can, or lanterns rather, so they can like shine them out looking for you as you run off into the field. So you have fled from the walls of the city to what's effectively it's the north on this map. I'm just gonna, so just so you know, for if you were to look at the main Hyperborean map, this map is kind of sideways. So like north is technically like kind of to your right and up a little bit, but just for convenience so that we know, when you're looking at the map, I'm just going to call the up north. Okay. So you went this way, which is more or less north. And you're in that field. Each one of these hexes is 1 mile. You're basically in an open field right now, and you can hear them organizing. You hear them calling, "Get the archers! Get as you're running up to the thing." And you can see, because it is moonlit out there, so you can see that out in the distance. There are the edges. You can see the edge of like woods, and of course more fields. And that that tentacle is that's the temple. Because technically the city takes up 3 hexes. It takes up the 2 that you can see, and then this one here. Because it's large. It's a very large space. So all that is actually the city. So yeah, so you could run towards a tree line. You could run. Well, actually, I'll just use regular directions that you're looking at the screen. You could go to the left, which would be the direction towards where they believe Cirque exists, with a river. They keep mentioning a river. You haven't seen it yet. You came from what is effectively up on the screen. You know that, but you're not sure what the path is to get back there. But you do know you came from that direction. But what is your plan? It is true, as Nikki made clear to me in the break, that you don't have your stuff yet, but you're also kind of fleeing from the gates at this moment. Unless you want to make a stand in the fields. What is the plan?
With what? Helene's spear and my winning charm?
You have a lute or whatever you play for an instrument.
I don't think that'll do it.
I can do it.
Well, we don't have to make a stand, but if you guys run off, I can turn myself invisible, and I can stay here and wait for Lure, who's bringing our things. And when she does, then I can gather them and bring them to you.
We don't know if Laura is going to come now. I mean, this was not part of the plan.
No, true, but I mean, would it hurt anything if I sat here and waited unseen?
Get the men. Bring those 50 archers over this way.
50 archers.
Yes, it could hurt. Let's just go
You see bonfires lighting up on the side of
this
the
way.
walls.
Okay.
Go this
Like,
way.
I'm not going to argue with anybody because it is a press for time. Like, if they're not down with it, I'm like, okay, let's go.
I think we need our stuff, but we also need to go.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, so you're gonna.
When I say
run-
I'm not arguing, I don't mean that like combatively. I'm like, no, seriously, I'm not going to argue with you. If you don't think I should be here, then yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, we'll go.
Okay, you start heading towards the top of the screen, basically up. Gonna call it. We'll just use directions like that. Yep. So forward, I guess, to the direction you are. Kind of to the left. So you start running towards the tree line. It's about a mile, which is you're all in really good shape. You've been working out a lot during the off season, so you're wearing any armor, so you're moving pretty quickly. You can hear the sound of people organizing. Like I say, you start to see volleys of arrows, fire arrows, being shot up in the air, almost like flares to kind of light up the air. And you see them plunking in the field. They're not aiming anything in particular, so that you don't get the feeling they can really see you that well. I mean, you're spread out in the field. But you can hear many voices kind of yelling and organizing. And as you're reaching the tree line, which probably takes you like 6-7 minutes, maybe because you're sprinting, breathing heavy, you kind of burst into the tree line, and you see coming out of the left on the screen side of the city, you see a troop of cavalry. Cavalry. So you see horses come out, basically, a bunch of them, and they've got torches, and they kind of come out and they start heading out as you break into the tree line. You're about a mile out, but
Wherever we're going to hide, we better do it quick.
Okay. Let's see here.
So you're up here now in this hex that I'm about to clear, and it's forested. And it's nighttime, and it comes out at night.
Freaks. In unison.
So because that was you, Russia, you get to roll a d6 to see if there's any freaks in the woods.
Okay.
Oh God.
Hold on. I'm in the middle of making my salad, so I'm going to manually roll this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. I'm rolling a d6, right?
Yep. Does that mean there's dice in his kitchen? I like that.
That's
that's my man.
No, I ran back in. I had.
You got dice in your kitchen?
I'm cooking, so I'm gonna have to use manual dice.
Yeah.
To be honest, it wouldn't be the first time there were dice in my kitchen, but I
Let's
rolled.
see how many clubs of garlic I should add. Roll 1d6.
That's right. That's how we cook. I rolled a 1.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh God, so many
right.
freaking freaks.
All right, so let me roll 3d6. See what's here. Okay, so that's a 10. Let's see. We are in the Valley of the Mist.
I always thought on d6s it was lower the better.
It is. It is. No, that's good. It means that you succeeded in finding a wandering monster.
Go to hell.
Forest, natural. Oh. This is probably really good for you.
We found a luck dragon.
You run into the woods and it immediately downpours like torrential rain. 2d4 inches of rain in 1d6 hours. I think
That is a monsoon.
4 inches of rain. Okay. It's going to be over the course of 5 hours. So it's about an inch an hour, which is still a lot. So it just starts downpouring. And you kind of, as you look out, you can actually see the bonfires on the edge of the castle start to like dim. And the guys with the torches out on the horses, you can see them like immediately go out, and you can actually hear some commotion as I can't even see, 10 feet in front of me. Of course, you have the same problem, but you're under the cover of a tree, so it's not as bad for you. So yes, this is probably actually worked out to your advantage here.
The horses will get mired.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Non-magical bows of any type are useless. Okay, no, you're not in the desert, so it's not going to be a flash flood. Okay, so yeah, so this actually works really well to your advantage. If you want to keep slogging through the forest, you're going to be moving slow, but you'll probably, as Helene made clear, the horses are very likely going to be slowed. Possibly dangerous to bring the horses out into this. Whether or not they want to risk it, you don't know if they will or not, because you could certainly have broken legs and such. So this is definitely to your advantage. So where would you like to go? You're in the forest. Do you want to stay in that forest line and wait? Do you want to head somewhere else?
Let's go to the raging river.
You want to go to the river?
Yeah, that's swollen with all the rainwater.
By the time you get there, I assume.
I think we should go to the river.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's what everybody wants us to do, so let's do it.
Well, at worst, it'll mask our sound.
This is true. Let's see. Becoming lost. You are in a forest. It's 2 and 6 chance. 1 and 6 increased. Okay, so you want to go effectively to the left because that's where they said it was. But you, unfortunately, are being thrown off track because, the rain. So I'm just going to roll and see which direction you go the first hour. You circle around through the forest and you find yourself down in this field. Having just spent like an hour circling around, you kind of pop out. It's like, oh, fields. And you're in that field because you look out and you can see the town. There's still like the hint of like fires trying to be kept ablaze. You don't see hear any horses though. You think they might have either pulled them in or they went somewhere else. But now you're like here. Yeah. So do you want to continue to try to make your way towards the river? Or do you want to keep moving around?
I mean, it seems like maybe they've called off the search for a minute. Maybe we should wait here for just at least an hour to see if Laura will come out with our stuff. Because I'd really like to get our stuff.
We just double back.
Pretty much.
That's fine. Yeah.
You're just going to hang out there for an hour?
I mean, we're going to hang out unless we see that they're closing in. And then...
Yeah, I think we should hang out in shelter where we can't be easily seen, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, unless you're a large structure like the town, which takes up like over a mile's worth of space of wall, you're not going to be seen, in this torrential rain by anybody at any distance. So you back into the trees. You're miserable. You're getting slammed with water. Because it's a downpour. Inch an hour is pretty heavy. You roll a d6, Crystal.
Okay. 1. Yay.
Oh, fantastic.
And then the Hydra comes.
Yeah, well, Hydras do like the water. Right. Let's see. That is a 12. 12's always good. Oh, natural again. Wow, another natural. There's a wow. The nature is it's getting a little wild here. 9 in the forest. For natural is one of you. Everybody roll a d20, and the person with the lowest score.
D20.
Well, not me.
What you got, 20?
Yeah.
Nice.
4.
5. No kidding.
Come on, Rush.
Sorry about that. What am I doing?
Roll a
Roll a
d20.
d20 to see.
You gotta
Just
roll
reach
under
into
a
your
4.
kitchen junk drawer and grab your D20.
All right.
Roll under a 4.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You do it.
Oh no, I gotta. This is too epic. Hold on.
He would like that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my salad down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this out for everybody. Here we. Whoops. Oh, here we go. Bam!
Oh,
Yes!
he did it!
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you, Rush.
Well done. Yeah, the person with the lowest score falls victim to. Let's see. I have to look this up for a second. You're not sure what happened. Maybe something bit you as you were traveling through the woods.
Oh, no.
But as you're sitting there for an hour, you start to feel a little queasy. Make a death poison save.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I see how it is. I get mildly distracted for just a moment, and I'm sitting there rolling. I had no idea I was rolling for my life. I roll under a 4. We'll see what happens the next time you guys need a clutch roll. All right, a death save.
Yeah, death poison. So if you get a benefit for poison, like for con or something, you'll get that.
All I have is okay, here we go.
Ah. Okay.
Hope you all feel
You
good.
got bit by something. You're kind of checking. You have a welt like on your neck where you got bit by some kind of bug, and you start to like get your head is just like you have an incredibly bad migraine. Like it's swirling in front of you. You have to kind of like sit down. Yeah, you got infected by something. You're not really sure what, but at this moment you're going to be having trouble doing much of anything, except stumbling around. Or luckily you're just sitting there in the rain, which is probably incredibly miserable, but at least you're not walking.
I'll start moaning and like reaching back to. Can I feel like a sore spot on my neck?
Oh yeah. You touch it like think like a mosquito bite, but like it's like huge. Like you actually feel a welt there.
Yeah, I just touch my neck. I say, something may have bit me, and I just start getting dizzy and like swaying side to side as I'm sitting there.
What if that's the whole thing?
That looks bad.
Yeah, what happened, Revna?
I don't know.
We did not.
I was just running through the woods, and oh God, my head hurts. I think I'm gonna be sick.
You and I both have it too.
You can actually, Helene, you can, as a cleric, you have some skill in this. You would realize that something like one of your like cure disease spells are probably to get rid of this, but short of that, like all you can really do for her is just, maybe give her something to drink, but that
Cure disease?
Yeah, something like a cure disease spell would probably take care of this. If you have it, I don't know if you have that on you.
Yes.
If you've carried one of those around with you today.
I have carried that around with me.
Yeah, that would take care of this. And if you don't do it, you know that she's probably just going to get worse. You've seen things like this before.
Yeah. Would you like me to take care of you?
If it'll make my head stop hurting, yes.
You gonna ask me?
You just asked me.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm gonna totally.
I did?
You said, would you like me to take care of you?
No. I would never ask you that.
Oh boy.
Can you fix it?
Why would I do that?
I don't. You know what? You don't gotta just like slaps her hand and is like, you don't have to be a bitch about it all the time.
It's okay. I'll take care of it. When do you want me to take care of this?
She just
You want me to do it now, or you want me to do it later?
She just leans over, holding her guts, trying not to retch on the ground.
Okay, just relax. It takes a little bit for it to take effect. Now I'm just gonna squeeze your head. Okay. Put your head between my knees. Okay, just relax. I'm gonna squeeze.
Oh, we didn't have a tank yet.
Revda pukes on your feet.
She makes a comment that the last time she had to stick her head between another lady's knees, it wasn't because she was sick.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Wow, first Nikki with the F-bomb, and now this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I was
This is a
muted.
family channel here.
Yes.
Oh, we're recording this?
Oh, we're recording?
Oh, it's because we were wrestling. God, get your guys' mind out of the gutter.
Exactly. Okay. I will remove disease. Cure disease.
All right, yeah. So the whelk starts to reduce, and it's almost like a big pimple, and it pops, and a small like worm squiggles out and goes into the ground.
No.
Really?
Grab it.
Ugh.
You can grab it. All
Yeah.
right, yeah, grab it.
I grab it.
You grab
do
it
you
as
want
it's trying to
this?
burrow its way in.
Souvenir. I kind of squeeze the worm.
No.
Yeah,
Ew.
its guts kind of pour out through its mouth.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Thought you were
It smells
cleric.
putrid.
Clerics don't behave like this.
What do you mean?
They're not mean.
I am not mean. I just healed you.
So mean.
No.
And she like leans her head back to let the rain wash on her face.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I didn't have a chance to say thank you. You were shoving a worm in my face.
Just asked if you wanted it. I thought you might want.
No,
a
knock yourself
memento.
out. You can have it.
It was a memento.
It's 100% all yours.
Okay, you almost died from this. I thought you might have wanted a memento.
That is true.
All right.
It was pretty deadly, actually.
I heal you guys. I bring you back from the dead. And this is the thanks I get. It's okay. I understand. I'll just sit here with my gold clothes and my stolen spear.
That's true. You have the giant spear with you. All right, so you gotta hang out here in the woods longer, or do you want to move? The rain does not seem to be letting up.
I'm almost ready to brig hill this one. No, all right.
Yeah.
Kidding, of course.
We're just
kidding.
gotta go home.
I mean, I want to get our stuff back first, but
No, yes, we need our stuff. We should probably move out of the rain, especially since now Revan is probably weak from her.
Yeah, but getting
Unfortunate.
better. Rebna is also of the opinion of screw that damn laser crossbow.
We only have like 10 charges left anyway. You don't care.
I mean, I want my stuff, but I still have hope. I won't say faith, but hope that we'll meet up with Lure at some point. Where should we go? What do you think the best place would be to have this shelter we need?
Should probably ford the river. Right?
yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be another city over there.
Yeah, and Lure is sympathetic to that city, or at least not openly hostile like the way Tibor is. So,
And I'm guessing she's really not going to give us our stuff until we
Yep.
actually lure Tibor out of there.
oh, if you'd have just been his date to the sacrifice. Okay,
What? I was supposed to be his date?
I'm kidding. Let's go to the
I didn't
river.
know that. Was I?
No, it's fine. I get punchy when I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Let's go to the river.
You should have told me.
All right, so you're heading towards the river. Go ahead and roll a d6, Nikki, see if you get lost. You want to roll
Okay.
high. I'll let you know. You want to roll high.
I want to roll high. Well,
So you see, in this case, rolling high is better.
that's good because I rolled a 1.
Perfect. All right, so
Oh my-
unfortunately, you are lost again. Oh well, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, you do actually move closer to the river. So even though you got lost, you actually go in the right direction. You go in a random direction. So you end up in the square here. Yeah.
Really lost it all.
Exactly. So you weren't lost. It just took you a while. Yeah. So you move forward through that. You're just gonna keep going, right? So you can do 2 moves. So we're gonna go up or down. Nikki,
Oh,
did you roll down?
down.
Okay.
Where are we again?
You are right here.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a hex map. So I'm not sure you're about to be in a square. I'm about to open up. Oop, well, not a square, a hex. Oop, that's where you are now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get that far.
okay.
And you can roll another d6 to see if there's anything interesting that happens. The rain is
me?
still pouring. Yep, go for it.
Okay.
But you'll be this move, and then we'll rotate around.
2.
What is
Okay.
up with you guys?
The last 4 d6 rolls have been 1, 2, 1, 2.
This is what happens when I use roll 20.
Roll 20 is
Mhm.
loving us today. Go ahead and roll 3d6, Nikki. I'm sick of rolling.
3d6. Oh, well, now I roll
14.
that.
Always a good one.
14 Hydra.
Yeah.
Weirdly, it's natural again. Go ahead and roll 3d6 one more time.
Okay. 10.
Oh. Lost. What is that? I think you're going to get sent off in every direction. Let's see. I think you're just going to be lost. Like regular lost. I just want to see if this has like special stuff on here, so I'm just trying to see if it's. Nope. Oh, you're lost. PCs are automatically lost. Okay. So yeah, you're just going to go in a random direction next. So I'm just going to roll, no matter which way you want to go. 4. Okay, you're going to go this way.
Okay.
Boop.
Where are we?
Boop. Boop. Well, I'm clearing you out, or the guy, anyways.
Okay.
Oh,
there we
that
go.
wasn't very good. Hold on. I didn't do it very well. There we go. Boop. Yeah, you've moved down, so not quite to the left like you'd like to. To the left, to the left. Okay. Okay, that was Mike. Roll a d6 to see. This is the last hour of the rain too, so see how much progress you make as we're traveling. Actually, there's probably
1.
Wow. All right, roll 3d6. Luckily, none of these things have really been in that bad.
How come the moon isn't moving?
Okay. Roll me 3d6 so I can see. Let's see if we get another natural. It's like everything comes up natural. 9.
9.
Valley miss. 9. Oh, animal. There we go. Finally. An encounter with a living creature. Okay. Forest. Roll 3d6 again for me.
9.
9.
Wow.
Just
Well, I mean, that is
consistent.
average. Oh, well, that's actually perfect. All right, so you're traveling, and you kind of slosh into like a clearing, and you look up and you say exactly that. How come the moon doesn't seem to be moving? And then you hear, "Ooh, ooh." That's my wolf sound. I don't know if that was very good. But and you kind of look around in the glint of the moonlight as the rain's pouring down. You see in the shadows a set of pretty high off the ground green eyes. That actually runs you would recognize as the very large wolf that was with Laura before. It steps out into the clearing and just kind of looks. You know, it's kind of, you know, like how wolves look. It's like its tongue is like. Yeah.
Runcy's just going to say, don't attack. I think these are with lore.
Oh. Okay, I won't attack. Because, you know, I'm not a fan of attacking a wolf with my bare hands anyway. So I do not have that particular set of skills.
I have a very particular set of skills. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the wolf kind of nods down, and then it kind of like it looks at you like dead in the eye, and then it turns and it moves off into the woods.
I'm going to follow it.
All right. So if you guys follow the wolf, it will actually lead you. As the day breaks, the wolf has led you to. I guess I can clear this. Let's see all this as well.
Does it say loading?
I don't think so. Well, it doesn't say loading for me.
It probably doesn't. It's like that's something it looks like. Oh, it might just be a building. I don't know.
Oh, the thing I just revealed?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a bridge.
Okay.
Okay, so what you see is, because you can see all this from the river, obviously. Even though there's a 1 mile hexage, you can kind of see what the general stuff is around. These are all woods. Yeah, you can see all that, right? Okay. As the sun breaks or the day breaks, and the rain finally gives out, you come to a clearing where you can see what is a huge, it almost seems natural structure, a large bridge that crosses this raging river that's probably some 1/4 mile wide. It's a wide river. The bridge is like a big arch of natural stone, looks like. However, the middle part of it is gone. So you just see like a coming up, and there's a big gap, and you can actually see where it's ragged and broken off, and you can even see sticking out of the river like chunks of the stone as if it's like fallen in and like sticking up. So the river's probably not that deep. It's about a 1/4 mile wide, but it's probably maybe like, you wouldn't guess it's any deeper than about 10 feet or so, maybe 12 feet, because it's a pretty fast river. So obviously deep rivers aren't usually as fast, right? So that's what you see. And standing, kind of stepping out of the shadows of the bridge, you see Lore. She's got four women with her that you recognize,
Okay.
and they are carrying, basically sacks with your stuff in it. And there's about a dozen wolves there as well. And she steps out and she says,
Did you say a dozen wolves?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She says, and of course the big one runs up to her and kind of goes next to her. So she says, in common, she says, that was smart to bring the reins. And she looks at Roansich.
Yes.
They were afraid to run the horses, but now the rain has stopped, and they will likely try to follow your path.
Okay.
Here is your the things you brought. On the other side of the river, I do not know what will be there, but my friend will follow you. And she looks up, and you see a huge black hawk fly. Like it's kind of, you see it like circling, and then it lands like on a stump of a tree, maybe like 20 yards away. And she says, "When you find Cirque, we will follow."
We appreciate you bringing us our things. I'm surreptitiously looking. Is everything there?
Oh, you want? Well, yeah. I mean, you got to go up to her. You're across a field like a.
Oh yeah, I would go up to her to get our stuff.
Okay, yeah. If you start walking towards, and she like nods her head, and the women walk forward, each one with a sack of your stuff, and yeah, you can look at your stuff. You should count your money when you're at the table. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Beware the river dwellers. No one swims in this river, for it means death. But I'm sure with your magic," and she looks at Roansich again, "you'll have no problem. I'm going to
Oh shit.
go back and use the wolves to lead them in a different direction, but they will think they will know I'm part of this if I do not find your tracks quickly with the wolves. So make haste."
Oh my god.
And then she kind of
the area.
she like puts her arm out like that, and then from around the part of the bridge, another woman comes, and she's leading horses, and they're like lighter horses with like the armor and stuff, and she says, "Till we meet again. Hi ho!" So now so she gets on the thing, and they slowly like walk off on the horses, because again the ground's all mire, mud and such. But there is actually a road here that you see. It's a cobblestone road. And she gets on the road. It leads you. And yes, all your stuff is there. Whatever you had,
Okay.
in addition to that, there's a week's worth of rations.
Okay.
Yeah, just dried breads and meats and pomegranate wine. Nothing fancy.
All right. Well, that's all right. Right now, I don't need fancy. I look at everyone else and I say, well, at least she did what she said she was going to do.
I am. Oh, Lure's not still standing there, correct?
No, no. You
Yeah.
Well, the boat's there, but it's.
I'm just going to make the comment that I am fully on Team Lure at the moment.
Well, yeah, until she wants to use the ring to destroy all the, let the Kraken through and destroy the world. Then I'll bail. But for now,
Yeah, I said for now, I am fully
I'm with
on
you.
Team Lure.
Yep, I'm agreeing with you. We should get across the river and try to find Cirque.
Yes. And what of these river dwellers that she said?
Well, I don't know what they were, but it sounds like as long as you stay out of the water, you're okay. My guess is the river dwellers are something that literally dwells in the river. Dwells in the river. Sorry, my head still hurts.
Your head still hurts. Oh.
Well, is this deep enough for us to use our boat?
Yeah, we have a folding boat.
I totally forgot you had a boat. Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
You bust out that easy button. You're like,
Yeah.
hold on.
As one who has some experience with boats, I would say that a folding boat probably is kind of like a canoe. It has very little draft, so you probably need water that was maybe a foot deep.
This one's a little bigger. I mean, it's a magical folding boat.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes, it's like an origami boat.
Yeah,
But
you pull it out
you've been traveling on it with it rather for the last several months, so you think you could probably float it in this water. Yeah, it doesn't take much. It doesn't have much draft. I think it's like 4 or 5 feet. I'll check it, but I don't think you should be fine.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
totally forgot you had that. that makes it easy.
I look at Rowan Siege and I say, for once, maybe the easy mode will be will work for us. Nothing since we got to this village has been what we thought it was going to be. So,
well, thank the gods for Fool. That's all I'll say about that.
Rel and Vool and Nesta.
Your buddy Vool in the loincloth gave you that boat.
Hey, Aramis, Vool, they're just doing their thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, yes. If you want to take the boat, that's actually quite easy. So you pop the boat up, and I think it's like a 20-foot long boat. It's pretty big anyway. So you get on the boat, and I'm assuming you just want to cross, right? So you're just going to use the oars. You paddle your way across the other side. You jump over the other side. You can see it's basically there's a piece of bridge over here. I mean, each one of these hexes is a mile, so and obviously the bridge isn't quite that big, but you can have. Do you want to just land where the other pieces of the bridge is? You just want to go straight across, or do you want to go in one of the forested hexes? Do you want to go up and down the river? Do you want to go to that right there? That's where you want to go.
I think this is where I would like to go.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, I'm with you there.
Well, that sounds like a good idea. So you come across and you get the boat, you get out of the boat, you kind of you get your gear and get it all ready. You fold the boat up and you turn around to kind of see what else, because you can actually see further down here. You can see that it's kind of grasslandy up this way, and then it kind of has like a little bit of a light woods going up, and out of the grass, the tall grasses that are here, stand up. Oh wow, okay. Somewhere between 30 and 50 little people, long black hair, as far as you can tell, completely nude. They're almost like, imagine like completely miniaturized people. So they look, the proportionately they're so they're not like dwarves or whatever, like you've seen. Well, dwarves in this are more monstrous, but they're not like that. They're more just like very small people, almost like children, I guess, as you've seen them before. Long black hair, olive skin. All of them stand. They kind of pop up with bows pointed at you, and one of them says in kind of a sing-songy language that is actually Lemurian. a dialect of Lemurian. So it's funny enough, some of you speak that. Let's see. I know that Pinesta does, right? You did learn it, right?
Yes.
Does Rowan Siege speak? I can't remember if you came in
No.
after that.
No, I came in
No.
after that.
What about Revna? No, right? So just Pinesta now. Unless you speak. Okay, so yeah, you understand him.
Did Helene? I think Helene was there, wasn't she?
Nope.
No.
No.
No, unless she just happened to
Okay.
speak it. No, she wasn't there.
No,
No,
Mike
because
played a
that-
couple of Lemurian characters, but Helene's
Yeah,
not one.
yeah, right, exactly. Mike's played 2 characters. So yeah, so Pinesta, you understand him. It's kind of like a little bit more high pitched, almost like a trilly, almost like bird like, but you recognize it as a Lemurian dialect, and they say
keep her heart rate normal.
so they say the one in the middle says to you,
she's not the best of health. She's 73 now, so and she lives all by herself.
okay, I was gonna say it to Lemurian. He says, "Lower your weapons, women of Karak. Why has Lur sent you here?" And I think we'll leave it there.